Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. 3 Hues Painting Studio. Come paint, sip, and party at 3 Hues. Visit our website today at 3hueshouston.com. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Money Factor here on the Sphere TV. My name is LaShonda Johnson, certified financial educator, and also the co-founder of Houston Housewives, the Houston Housewives of Finance Official.
Absolutely. Good morning. This is Tony Sanders, also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance Official and a licensed financial professional. Welcome back. We're so happy that you're joining us again this morning, the first Monday of June.
Yes. First Monday, not first day, first Monday.
First Monday.
So we're officially going into the 6th month of the year. So we're halfway through 2017 already.
It's
How
by so
fast
Yes,
does time
absolutely.
fly?
Right.
So, hey, time is money and money is time. So let's get right into it.
That's right.
So today we're going to continue our series with building the correct financial foundation or the proper financial foundation. And we've done some extensive conversations or had some extensive conversations on the first layer, which is having the proper protection.
Yes, that was an incredible series.
Very good, very good.
Very good and very informative.
Yes, and it took some time because that's a very important part of building your financial house. So now we want to get into the next layer of that house, and that is debt management. Something people don't like.
Absolutely.
I mean, nobody likes debt. I haven't seen anyone yet, Tony.
I like debt. No, they're not out there saying that.
No,
Absolutely.
people don't like debt. So what we're going to talk about today is, first of all, some awareness about what's going on in your house. We're talking about building your house.
Absolutely.
You have to know what's going on in your house. And then we're going to talk about attacking that debt with a vengeance. Okay. So in the news, and this article is not something that was just published today or yesterday, but it was very fitting for the topic that we're discussing, which is debt. One of the things that Tony and I deal with a lot is people just not being aware of what's going on in their household.
Absolutely. And it's very important. You have to know what each partner is doing, that's the biggest thing. And I can't wait to get into this article because, man, we've seen it so many times.
We have.
And it just in our business alone, but I'm pretty sure that this happens more often than we'd like to see.
Yes. And oftentimes we do hand over certain responsibilities to our partner, and we're not saying anything is wrong with that. However, you do need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
And why, case in point, the article that we're going to share with you this morning, coming from CNN Money, it talks about how to put your financial and emotional life together after a money catastrophe. And so money catastrophes can be caused by our own hands,
right,
of course, lack of discipline, things that we haven't taken care of that we used to. But in this particular case, this is just a case of, not being on the same page with your spouse, trusting someone to do what they're supposed to do with your finances, and things not panning out the way you would like them to.
This is going to be an interesting one here.
This is going to be an interesting
one. So couples, please pay attention. If your partner is there, or hey, send them a link and tell them to watch this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Or your significant other.
Absolutely.
Anyone that you share financial responsibilities with. You need to be aware. And when I say be aware of what's going on. So let's go to the article and we'll take a look at it. So this lady's name is Janet Lombardi. And she is the first to say there were red flags about her husband's finances. First of all, there's a little red flag right there, because she says her husband's finances. Well, if you're married, they're
It's
your
ours.
finances too.
Absolutely.
And it didn't take long for her to figure that out.
But before you go farther, you know what? I'm thinking the first time I saw that it says a red flag. How many times do you see those red flags and we just ignore them?
We just ignore them.
Just ignore them.
It's not what I think.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, follow your gut. And if something is red, that means it requires your attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's not red for
just any
nothing.
reason, right.
Stop signs are red. Stop. Pay attention.
I
Red
like
light.
that.
Stop. Pay
Yes.
attention.
Yes.
Hey, stop. Pay attention.
Absolutely.
So let's go back to the article. We've already found 2 problems right here.
Right there.
She didn't name it her finances. She said her husband's.
And then
and
those
she
red
saw
flags.
red flags. She knew her attorney husband of 25 years was moving money around to cover some debts. Okay, first of all, there's all kind of problems here.
Right.
If you know your spouse is moving some things around, you need to be aware of what's being moved around.
Right. You know what we call that? Robbing
Peter to pay Paul. So if you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, then you need to know what Paul is getting,
Right.
and what you're taking from Peter.
Absolutely.
And so you need to sit down, even though you're not the person pushing that button. Sit down and say, "Hey, honey, what are you doing?
Yes.
So what's going on here?
Show me the numbers.
Show
Let me
me-
see what's
yes.
going on. Hey, so I can be aware as well.
Exactly, because something can happen, and we'll see that here. Let's continue in this article. So now it goes on to say that it had dawned on her that they probably shouldn't have refinanced their house with a $440,000 subprime mortgage. Third or fourth problem: subprime mortgage.
Yes.
Subprime mortgage. Listen, okay? Subprime means that you are going to deal with fluctuations in your mortgage. It will not be steady.
Right.
It will depend solely upon what the interest rates are in the market. So if there's an interest rate hike, guess what? Your mortgage is going to go up. So it's very difficult to plan a budget or future finances based around something that's not fixed.
Right.
So another problem. Let's move on.
So many red flags.
Yes. But they weren't hiring, so they weren't living so differently than anyone else. They knew, and her husband had it all under control. He said, another problem.
He said
we're not living like we're living like it. Nothing's happening to us different from anybody else.
Right.
Okay. First of all, your finances is a personal situation.
That's a personal.
Something would be really wrong with me, and I would sit here and say, well, I'm not living like Tony. I'm living just like Tony, so I'm okay. You cannot compare yourself to anyone. Your finances is a personal situation.
That's a personal, individually.
It's an individual situation. So, okay. And then the other one, like you said, he said.
He said. Or she said. Who said?
Okay.
Yes, that's
we haven't even gotten into the meat of this, and we're on 6 or 7 problems.
Major problems.
Okay. Tony, you want to pick it up from here?
Absolutely. It says, then one day she called their financial advisor for an end of the year statement that hadn't shown up. He recommended that she get a lawyer, an accountant, and a private eye.
Oh, my Lord.
Baby, right there. When
your financial advisor tells you you need to get a lawyer, a private eye. First of all, a private eye. Why am I getting a private eye?
Because he sees some things that are
not
right. That's
okay.
Why.
And one good thing here is she did call because she was used to seeing annual statements.
Right. And she didn't see any.
And she didn't see one.
Right. So that's a change in behavior, the change in the pattern. If you're used to seeing something and all of a sudden you don't see it, hey, I suggest that you check it out. See what's going on.
Can you imagine that this is your spouse, someone you lie down with, wake up with, you're building a life with, and then you have to hear this kind of message from your financial advisor?
It's unfortunate, but it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens. Let's continue, please, Tony.
Absolutely. It says, in her new book, Bankruptcy, A Love Story, Lombardi tells the cautionary tale of how the financial security she took for granted was actually a lie. Lombardi ended up in a deep debt while her husband, who she later divorced, was sent to prison.
Dang.
Wow. Private eye? Wow.
Yes.
He's in prison.
Wow. That's a serious thing.
A serious claim.
And he was a lawyer for 25 years.
So, he was doing some crooked stuff.
So, again, we have professional spouses and things, and they say, honey, I got it. Honey, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, get to know what's going on in your finances.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's a two-way street. It's not something that happens with just you.
Right.
You cannot pass this off to your significant other. And we say that because Tony and I have experienced this with clients who have lost all of their retirement savings.
And when we say, oh, we're not talking about a little money. We're talking about millions of dollars.
We're talking about lots and lots and lots of money, and you cannot go get that back.
You cannot get it back.
So you have to be on the same page. Let's go back to the article.
This is a good one.
Yes. So Lombardi ended up in deep debt, like you said, while her husband, who she later divorced, was sent to prison after a financial and emotional catastrophe where it is due to deception or divorce, addiction, or mental illness. It can feel like you'll never get on your feet again. But if Lombardi's tale is any indication, you can get there. Okay. 10 years later, Lombardi still works for the same company. So she's still employed. Thank God. But now she owns her own apartment and a new car and lives a cash only lifestyle.
Wow.
Most importantly, she, what does that say? Vanquished her debt and learned to forgive. Here's how. Number one. Oh my gosh. Know what you own and what you owe.
I like that.
What do you own and what do you owe?
So what do we say?
So
know your liabilities
and know your assets.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, you can't get any clearer than that.
That's it right there.
And so that's number one. You have to know who you owe, how much you owe them, and you have to know what you own and how much the value of your assets are. So let's go back to number one and see what else it has to say. So you need to know your family finances all and complete, says Lombardi. If someone is not willing to show you that, that's a serious red flag. Serious. I mean, I don't think we need to read any more of that.
That's it.
That's it right there. You need to know
absolutely
your family's finances all and complete.
I love it.
Okay. So you can't get any clearer than that. Let's go on to number two. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys. So before we go to number two, we're at that part of the show. I'm so into this article that I'm gotten emotional.
I'm like, okay, you got to do the ad.
So yes, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. So my apologies, you guys. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and overall health and well-being of our patients. That's very important. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness. And the number to contact them is 713-789-8690 or 8680. Okay, so get your grill on Gleam. Okay, so let's get back to the article.
So it says, number two, drain the emotion from your decisions. When a couple gets disconnected financially, they also get disconnected emotionally, says Lombardi. But those emotions can come roaring back after revelation of deception with with powerful, fiercity? Okay, where am I? A family's financial catastrophe can leave you pulsing with feelings that change by the moment. You may seething with anger, teeming with resentment, absolutely, with pity and immobilized by fear. None of them will serve you as well as letting them go, says Lombardi. One of the best things she says that she did was not to ring her hands for very long. Was not to wring her hands. I was thinking wringing his neck. That's what I was thinking when I saw that. Yes, honey. Lombardi said that the turning point that took her from the blur of emotions to take action was when she understood that, yes, he did it, but he didn't do it to me.
Wow.
That's big. You got to really be a big person to really, be able to understand that.
Yeah, and you can only imagine the financial devastation, but the emotional stress that has to come with this.
What I'm thinking right now is, I wonder if they had children.
I mean, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
But if they did, the impact on on those kids.
Absolutely.
I mean, but then now to leave all of this sitting on her for her to fix, and then have him go to jail, because that's very serious.
That's serious.
When somebody goes to prison, he didn't go to jail. He went to prison.
Right.
He was convicted and went to prison. So that's even, let's go on to number 3. Wow. Number 3, take clear-eyed and bold action. When I realized that my husband wasn't stepping up to fix this, that was a big emotional moment for me, Lombardi said. I was going to be the one to save myself and my children. So she did have children. There's children here. So she made a punch list and tackled the items one by one. Okay. So most excruciating for her was selling her beloved house.
Wow.
But she saved money by moving with her sister and brother-in-law for 2 years. She continued to work and paid out of pocket for her 2 sons' college costs, hoping to keep their lives as normal as possible. In 3 years, she was solvent with no unsecured debt. So it took her 3 years to get this tackled.
But listen, she was able to still continue to send her children to college, pay off her debt. She did it. But
so what's the excuse of us who have not gone through?
But listen to what she said, too. One thing that she did is she tackled one thing at a time.
Yes.
So she had a plan.
Which is very, very important.
Absolutely.
And she made some sacrifice. She gave up some things. So a lot of times when we are faced with financial burdens, we don't want to give up anything. We want to continue our lifestyle the way it is.
Right.
We want to, keep life okie dokie, and we want to continue to keep our social front.
Right.
But we need to step back. She stepped way back. She went and lived with someone for 2 years to get this, this monkey off of her back. So what are you willing to do to get your monkey off of your back, your debt monkey off of your back? What are you willing to give up? We have to give up something. You have to give up something to move forward in order to not have to look back and let the past continue to be able to rob you of anything that's going to happen to you going forward in the future. And so, man, I tell you, serious situation here. So now, you guys, it's time for us. If you haven't already, you do need to go and subscribe to The Spear.
Absolutely.
So, Tony?
Absolutely. We ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including, like we have the docs, we have hashtag. There's so many incredible shows that we have for you to, visit. All Things Beauty. One thing that I'm very excited about is our new show, which is G is for Gentlemen. I think that's going to be an incredible show. We need you to review. Please review our show on iTunes with constructive feedback. We want to hear from you. We want to hear, what is it, how we can improve, how is this show impacting your life? And of course, we want you to share it. Please share on Facebook and post the entire show with your family and your friends. It's very important that we get this message out there. There's so many incredible shows here at the Spirit TV that we want you to take advantage of. And one cool thing about it is, guess what? They're all archived. So if you don't have an opportunity to go visit them now, you can also go back and visit them later. This is our 60th episode with The Money Factor here on the Spirit TV. Yikes. And please go back, revisit them. There's some incredible shows with some incredible content and information that can change your life.
Absolutely.
And hey, you know what? Donate. We do this all for you. So donate. Our mission is to bring in rich and inspiring content each and every week, and mention donation website, which is, I said that, did I? www.thespear.tv/donate. So please, we want you to be a part of what we do here every week. To me, I think this is the best podcast ever. Even if I wasn't a part of it, I would definitely want to, be a part of the Spear, because
Me too.
The incredible information, the direction from our producer, Mr. Gary Lee is phenomenal. He does a phenomenal job each and every day just to bring you this content for you so that you can be, better in your everyday life no matter what you do.
Awesome. Oh, look at Tony. Okay, you guys. So the show is not ending, but Facebook Live is ending, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So you have to go and we're going to continue the show. You'll be able to see it in its entirety if you subscribe at the Sphere or check Facebook later today, and you'll be able to check us out. Okay. So let's go on, Tony, and check out what's next.
That's what I was looking for, that page.
Yes.
Because we have so many shows, I'm like, I can't even.
It's a lot of them.
It's a lot of shows.
It's a lot of them.
And we're growing.
Yes, it doesn't matter what what area of life you need, trying to figure out. There's a show for it.
Absolutely. You can find it here.
Valuable content.
That's what I like.
Yes. Valuable content, inspiring dialogue, So anyway, let's get back to, because, man, we're excited, of course, to be here on the Sphere. The Sphere is awesome, and I can't wait to, it hits some major platforms.
Absolutely. And it's coming.
It's coming.
It is coming.
Definitely coming.
So definitely stay tuned. So let's go back to the article. This is getting good.
This is good.
Says,
build a support team.
Yes, you have to build that support team. Mrs. Lombardi says that the most important part of her journey was having a support network. She began attending Debtors Anonymous meetings weekly where she could talk through her progress and she was making on debt and challenges she faced. People were so willing to help, says Lombardi. That was a very inspiring thing to me. Hey, you have to reach out for help. I always tell people that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. At a charity auction at her church, Lombardi saw a member had donated her time as a financial planner. Lombardi bid on it and met with the lady, an acquaintance, who said that she'd help her not charge a dime. So there you have it. Let me just say this. We don't charge a dime either.
Yes.
We do this, and it's complimentary to you. As for your personal financial strategy, you need to know where you are to know where you're going. We always ask you, please contact us. I'm Tony S. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm LaShonda J. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. You can contact us on
all of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram. Please, Facebook, we are the Houston Housewives of Finance official. If it doesn't say official,
it's not us.
We're also on LinkedIn. We're on Meetup. We're on Instagram. We're
Twitter.
on Twitter.
Wow.
Just Google us. You will definitely find us. You can also reach us on our 1-800 number. It's 1-844-700-4463. Just get in contact with us so that you can get the help that you really need.
Absolutely. So couldn't say it better with the support. So I don't know if there's anything left on that article, but you guys, this should be a wake-up call for everybody. There's no longer okay to say, oh, my husband handles that. My wife handles that. I cannot tell you how many times
we hear that over and over again. We hear that
where people actually want to schedule an appointment and discuss their finances without their significant other.
But you know what I do, LaShonda? I tell them, you know what? I really want to meet with you, but I'd much rather prefer if we meet as a couple.
I do the same.
Because 9 times out of 10, if you meet with one spouse, they're gonna say, I need to share with my spouse. So let's share together.
Let's just get it done together.
Absolutely.
You guys, this is an extreme, unfortunate situation. However, it doesn't mean that we're not exempt from it happening to us.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we're on the same page with our significant other as far as what's going on in our finances. So, Gary, was there another? I think
it's one more.
There's one last one here. Number 5, rely on the best expert on your finances. Okay, hello. People, particularly women, often feel like others are more qualified to handle their finances, says Lombardi. Stop with the I'm no good in math. I say that all the time.
Right.
However, I don't pass off these type of responsibilities. I'm not comfortable with money. Excuses, she says. Stop with that.
Yeah,
cut it out.
That's all it is excuses.
Yeah, I want to add one to that. The I'm good. My husband handles this thing.
Yes.
Stop with that.
Right.
Stop with, oh, I'm good. My husband handles that. Oh, I'm good. My sister's helping me. I'm good. Hey.
But you just see what she also said too? She said that most women feel comfortable. And we know that because that's generally our market.
That is generally our market. And statistically, women respond to these type of things and men typically take the back seat. However, even though women respond, they still pass off the responsibility oftentimes to their spouse, especially if they're stay-at-home moms. They're CEOs of their households, and they, well, my husband handles that.
Right.
We're not saying he cannot handle it. We're saying you need to know.
Just get involved.
What's going on?
Yeah, you need to
sit down with him and understand exactly what's going on. Because let's say worst case scenario, something happens. Well, this guy went to prison, but what if your spouse passes away?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
And then now what are you going to do? How are you going to pick up and run with what he was doing if you don't know what he was doing?
And I've seen that happen before too.
Not good enough. Stop with that. I love that she says, stop with that.
Right.
Okay, let's go back to the article and see what else it has to say. No one is more qualified to handle your finances than you. And that's what we always say. No one has a more vested interest in your finances than you. That's why we're equipping you to be able to have the correct information to be proactive.
Absolutely.
If you can add and subtract, you can manage it. Ask a million questions, making mistakes, or not knowing the answer, that's a small price to pay. Okay, get in there. Basically, get in there.
Absolutely.
The bigger cost is what may happen if you rely on someone else to handle your finances. I was raised to believe that I would be taken care of, says Lombardi. Then I realized that there was no one better than the person staring at me in the mirror. That's you.
Guess what? That's a great segue into
I love it.
Become your own money manager.
Become your own money manager. You have to attend our workshops to get that done. Our workshops take place on Tuesdays and also Saturdays. Tuesdays, 7 p.m., 2500 East TC Jester Suite 345. That's Houston 77008. And Saturdays at 10 a.m. Take the time to come and learn. Be a proactive participant. This is a reactive article because, yes, she had to change her life, switch it upside down in order for her to make things work. But if you're proactive and you attend these workshops, then you're equipped with the right information. And then sit down and share the information with your spouse. Get him to come with you, her to come with you. You guys do this thing together.
Absolutely.
Don't be stuck out.
You cannot wait on anyone else. You have to take care of your own financial responsibilities, whether you're single, individual, business owner. It doesn't matter. Look at yourself in the mirror, and you're the one that's responsible. So become your own money manager.
Yes.
And learn. If you don't know, there's resources available for you to learn. Get a copy of our book, Saving Your Future. It's a easy, quick read, about 86 pages.
Yes.
About 86 pages where you can learn.
You can read that in a couple of hours if you want to.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Stop with the excuses. Right. Stop that. Okay. Let's just stop that. Okay. And so this is perfect for us leading into the next layer of our financial foundation where we're talking about debt. Okay. So now we understand the importance of understanding what's going on in your finances, because you can be in a hole and not even know it. And then you're trying to figure out how to dig yourself out. And then it takes an emotional, an emotional turmoil in your life. And now what do? Well, first of all, know what's going on. Know what you owe and know what you own. I love that.
I love it.
I'm going to be using that from now on. Know what you owe and know what you own. Y'all going to see that from us coming in the near future. Like might be today.
It will be today.
Okay. So now let's go to this other article.
Okay.
Tony.
But
before we do that, I think it's time for the next portion of our sponsored ad.
Absolutely. This portion of the show is being sponsored by 3 Hues. Come paint, sip, and party at 3 Hues. Join a party or book your own private party for event for kids or adults. Let 3 Hues help you create your masterpiece on canvas step by step. A painting party is perfect for any occasion: a church function, wedding showers, team building, Girl Scouts, and earning their badge. Date night, birthdays, or any time. You just want to have fun. Ask them about their summer camp programs, kids club, special events, wine glass painting events. And did we mention that 3 Hues is mobile too? Yes, you can go to their studio or they can come to visit you. Visit their website today at 3HuesHouston.com. I love that. I can't wait to do a
I want to do that. Yes, let's maybe on the 22nd this month. Anyway, we'll talk about that offline. Yes.
That's our next social.
Yes.
So yeah, 3 Hues.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Coming soon. All right. Now, you guys, we're talking about debt. So let's take a look at this article because it's really, really important that you understand a few things about getting out of debt.
Absolutely.
And so, how to pay off debt. Okay. Really, really good stuff here. The basics of debt reduction are simple. Cut down on your variable expenses. Your variable spending, and put the extra money towards your debt payment. So we've said that many, many times. What's the motto? Spend less, save more. You guys, you're going to start learning that we are telling y'all the right things. We keep bringing you things to confirm that we are telling you the right things. So, and I love it when other things confirm that we're telling you the right thing. So we're just, it's coming from all angles. So if you're in the middle of the angle, then listen, stop with the excuses. Okay. So let's go back to the article. And it says, but outside of fixed monthly bills such as housing or car payments, you probably don't have a precise idea of how you spend most of your money, which is true.
It's true.
Because you need a budget. If you don't have a budget, then that's absolutely correct.
Absolutely.
You have no precise idea.
You have no idea.
So how are you going to plan something, do something, change something if you don't even know where your money is going? That's where personal financial strategy comes in. That's where you need to call us at 1-844-700-4463 to schedule that appointment.
Absolutely.
And so you can sit down and have a plan of action. Stop with the excuses. Please give us a call. This is for you, your family, your future.
Absolutely.
So just schedule the time. Make it happen. We're already almost halfway through the year. And do you have a plan? It's a question.
It's a good question.
I don't know. You know. So we expect you to address it. So let's go back to the article. And it says, number 1, figure out where your money goes. If you want to get your debt under control, start by figuring out your spending patterns and identifying unnecessary expenses. For 1 month, write down every cent you spend, including that $2 cup of coffee or that $4 magazine. That will clarify how much of your spending is fixed and how much is variable, and hence easier to curb.
I love it.
You gotta know.
Pen and paper. What's coming in, what's going out, and what's left.
Yes. And now, speaking of that, we actually have our first workshop.
Absolutely.
We provide you tools to be able to track your expenses for 30 days. So you got to come out to workshop number 1, which is increasing cash flow and debt management.
Absolutely.
And again, that address is 2500 East TC Jester, Suite 345, Houston 77008. Tuesdays, 7 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. So if you're not near that location, you're in the Houston area, there's other locations you can go to. We don't care. You just need to go.
Just go.
We'll help you
Absolutely.
find another location in the Houston area. If you're outside of the Houston area, no worries. Give us a call, 1-844-700-4463. We will direct you to a location where you can go to a workshop near you. Okay, number 2, Tony.
Absolutely. Number 2 is cut out the extras. Tally the expenses on the list and compare and sum your monthly income. If it's less than what you earn, use the extra money as your debt payment. If it exceeds your income, you'll need to cut back on the variables. Again, spend
bring
less,
some more money in.
Yeah, increase your cash flow, spend less, and save more. You have to do it. That's the only way.
That's the only way.
That's the
only way.
No other way.
Unfortunately.
That's right.
There's no other way.
There's no other way around it. Number 3.
Okay, number 3, lower your fixed expenses. Okay, so reining in discretionary spending for a few months goes a long way towards tackling debt. So you have to have some extra money, you guys, to tackle debt. You can't just take the same little $20 and put towards the debt. It's not gonna happen for you. But if that's not enough, try to reduce your fixed expenses. Take steps towards lowering your household bills. Refinance your mortgage to get a lower interest rate. If you have a good payment history, ask your credit card company to lower the interest rate you're charged. So here's the deal. Listen. You have to there's only 2 things you can do. You're going to have to bring in more money to take care of your additional expenses.
Correct.
Your debt. You got to bring in more money to take care, or you got to cut back. So if your budget is just like anything else, if a company is in the red, guess what they're going to have to do? Cut back or bring in more revenue.
Right.
Same thing with your household. Listen, start looking at your household as a business too. It is a business you're running. You're the CEO of your household and you have to receive profit. We've said that many, many times. But if you're in a deficit in your household, then you have to take action. You've got to cut back or bring in more revenue. That's the only 2 things. That's the only option.
It's as simple as that.
It's really that simple.
It's just that simple.
Yes. So where are you going to cut back? If you don't have any intentions of bringing in any additional revenue, then where exactly are you going to cut back? You know, you got to cut back somewhere.
You have to come back somewhere.
And so start looking at some things. That's why it requires a personal financial strategy, so you can get a third pair of eyes to look at you and your spouse's situation.
Right.
Or if you're just you, a second pair of eyes to look professionally at your situation. Let me, might I add,
Yes,
professionally.
absolutely.
Okay. Number 4.
Number 4 is try to boost your income. Wow, we just keep repeating the same thing over and over. It says consider whether there's any way to boost your take-home pay. If you get a big tax refund every year, that means you're having too much withheld from your paycheck.
Oh my gosh, do we say that
All the time?
Do we say that?
If that's the case, you can reduce your withholdings by changing your W-4 at work. My gosh, we've said this so many times.
Yes. Okay. So when you're getting a tax refund, if you don't have a business, then you're loaning the government money.
Absolutely.
You're loaning the money interest free.
Interest free.
Okay. So if you change your deductions and make sure you want to get them just about right, where you don't owe them and they don't owe you,
Right.
that's a good situation. Now, if you have a business, yes, your expenses are going to offset your it's going to adjust your income that's payable to you. So again, get a good CPA, get some help, get some professionals involved in your finances. Stop with the excuses. I'm going back to what Miss Lombardi said. Stop with the I don't know, I'm not good with. That's why they have professionals
to take care of it.
Licensed professionals to be able to help take care of this. Notice I did say licensed. People who are trained in this area. Not your neighbor, not your person that's sitting next to you at work, not your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law.
Or all the people that are on social media claiming to be financial educators and things like that.
All of the people who make these stakes and claims.
Right.
You guys, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes on a regulatory level. Get an experienced, licensed, trained person to assist you. Just because somebody had a success story does not make them a professional. Now, I'm not ever going to try to pull my own tooth deep in my molars if I have a problem.
Absolutely.
I'm going to a dentist.
You're gonna go to a dentist.
I'm not going to try to figure out how to broker my own mortgage. I'm going to go to a professional.
Right.
If I'm ill, I'm going to a physician.
Absolutely.
So listen, when it comes to your finances, please get a licensed professional that's trained in this area to assist you.
Absolutely, because we have responsibilities and things that we have to do on behalf of our clients. And if you're going to someone who is not licensed, who doesn't have those same compliance, and they're not responsible for you, then what's going to happen? That's a scary thing.
You don't know. Let me
that
just
you're
tell you.
entrusting somebody with your money.
Yes, some of these decisions that you're making, I mean, it's going to cost you in the long run, and they cannot be reversed. They can be reversed after you pay the consequence of it, but you don't want to have to deal with those situations. Get a professional involved. You can contact us, 1-844-700-4463. We're here to help you. Our sessions with you are complimentary. That would be free. So please give us a call. We're here to help.
Right,
okay?
absolutely.
Let's go back to the article. Let's see. Number 5, make a list of your debt. Next time, make a list of all your debt obligations and the interest you're charged for each. Put them in order of interest rate from highest lowest. So this is something we do with you when we do a personal financial strategy.
Absolutely.
We look at your debt. We itemize the debt. We ask you, what is the interest rate? If you don't know, we're going to go figure that out.
And it's also in our debt management.
It's also in our debt management class. Listen, you guys, help is here. The question is, are you taking advantage of it? And it's free, might I add. It's complimentary. So please reach out to us. Go to the workshops. Call us. Google us. Facebook us. Instagram us. Do whatever you need to do, but get your finances under control. Do not let this continue to be a thorn in your side. Okay? You want to handle your financial situation. Okay? Otherwise, your future is very gloomy if you don't. So we're just saying. Just saying. Let's go back to the article.
Says number 6, transfer high interest balances. You might consider moving some of your high interest credit card balances to a card with a lower interest rate, but read the fine print on any invitation to transfer balances. Sometimes such a low interest rate offers are only in effect for a short period of time, after which the rate skyrockets. What's more, consolidating your debt on a card that may lower your credit score if your debt to available credit ratio worsens. We talked about this too, because there's so many, carriers out there or credit card companies that have great programs. But again, read the fine line. They have 0 interest for 2 years, depending upon your credit. There's so many opportunities for you to do it. But again, we're giving you the knowledge, but you have to apply it. You have to take action.
Right. And in the intro of the Saving Your Future book, it says that there's a lot of complex rules and regulations
that we just don't understand,
and all kinds of things that are surrounding credit cards and our products that we don't understand. We don't have much, we don't know much. That's something that says it in the first introduction of the book, and it's true. We're signing on things and agreeing to do things, and we have no clue what we're signing.
Every day,
every single day,
day.
People are doing that.
Yeah. And that's scary.
It's very scary.
It's very
You
scary.
don't know what you've obligated yourself to. Sometimes you can read things, because I know oftentimes if I'm going to commit to something, Tony, I always ask, I would like to pay this up early,
right,
or off soon.
Will I be
Is
penalized?
there a penalty
Absolutely.
for doing that? That's something else you need to know. So if they're telling me, we're going to penalize you for paying this off early, I don't want to do business with you.
I don't want to do it,
because I don't want to be strapped to your debt for long term.
Absolutely.
I want to have a way out. And so, do you understand what you're signing?
And do you have a way out?
Do you have a way out? Listen, you got to know these things. Very important to know.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, is there another one, Gary? Okay. Number 7, pay off the highest rate first. Once you determine the maximum amount you can pay off each month, pay down the debt with the highest interest rate first. That's called a debt avalanche. A debt snowball pays off the highest balances first. You can learn that in our workshops. If you would come out, we explain these situations to you. Okay, that usually means your credit card balances while paying at least the minimum monthly amount due on all other revolving bills. So we actually put you on a strategy to get this done.
Absolutely.
So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can do an avalanche, you can do a snowball, you can do a settlement. There's a lot of options.
Absolutely.
But I know one thing you have to do any of them is money.
Yeah.
You have to
You
have
have to
money.
have money.
You cannot pay off debt on your looks. Just saying.
All right. Now.
Okay, so give us a call, please, so we can help you get this situation figured out. 1-844-700-4463, or you can email me. I'm LaShonda J at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I am Tony S at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com. Again, you can reach out to us on any of our social media outlets. The Houston Housewives of Finance official on Facebook. If it doesn't say official, it's not us. So please give us a call, okay? We want to help you. We're here to help, change your financial future. And remember, you have to take action.
Take action. I mean, applied knowledge is powerful. It's not good enough just to know, you guys.
Yeah.
Applied knowledge
Yes.
is powerful. Okay, so last one on the article we're going to look at quickly here.
Let's move down the list. Wow. Once the debt with the highest rates is wiped out, put it towards your paying off your debt with the next highest rate. One exception, if you have a credit card with a low teaser rate that will go up after your fixed amount of time, strive to eliminate the balance before the low rate expires. So let's take advantage of it. That's why you signed up for it. So you want to make sure you take advantage of it.
You can do that. I mean, there are strategies that you can use that you need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
And so, again, get some professional guidance, get some professional help. So, and the other thing I need you to realize, too, if you're watching us and listening to us, you need to realize that you didn't get into this situation overnight. And sometimes it's not going to take overnight to get out of it. Okay.
Absolutely.
Unless you have a windfall of money come in, you can just write checks to everybody. But normally that's not the case with most people.
Absolutely.
So take your time and do it right. But you do need to have a sense of urgency in attacking debt. Okay. And so it's about time for the next sponsored ad in our show. And of course, that's our favorite, the Sphere TV. So This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere TV. Okay, highly recommend it. Want to have your ad? I want to say your face in the place. We'll have your ad in this place. Okay. So now, as we're talking about debt, there's a portion in the Saving Your Future book that also attacks this situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Tony, let's tell people, hey, if you've got the book, you're in good hands.
If you don't have the book, you need to get it.
Shame on you. This is 60th. This is our 60th
episode.
If you don't have the book, what's wrong with you? What is your problem?
Yeah, what she said.
Stop with the excuses. Get the book. The book is free too. I don't know. I guess if we said $9.99, then you would call in and get it. I don't know.
I don't get it.
I mean, you guys tell us. But anyway, you need the book. We're going to be looking at pages 22 and 23 today. So Tony, can you fire away?
It says debt management. Control your debt or your debt will control you. Consider this. That's powerful.
That's deep right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Consider this. Say you have credit card balance of $5,000 with 18% interest. If you pay $200 a month minimum with 4%, it will take you 133 months over 11 years to pay it off. And that assumes you don't add any more debt to it. So how many credit cards do you have? What about mortgages, student loans, car loans, and personal loans? That's a lot of debt there. Once you get yourself into debt, it will be hard to get out. Some people never escape. Debt can turn into a disease. I like that. Yes. It could control your life, diminish your happiness, and limit your freedom. Getting out of debt may be one of the hardest things that you do and take a lot of effort and time, but you must fight to do it. You can never be free until you're debt free.
True.
That is so true.
True.
Wow.
It's a lot of source of stress. It's a lot of source of, medical problems when you're worried about paying people.
Right.
Man, I mean, just imagine not owing anybody. You just taking care of your basic living expenses.
Baby, that's a stress-free life.
I mean,
that is a stress-free life. And it's funny because we were talking about the other article about the couples again, and debt is a major factor in marriages and relationships as well.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So you guys, hey, get this book. Put one in your husband's lunch bag. Tell him to read it on his lunch break.
I tell you what, Father's Day is coming up. Give it to him as for a Father's Day gift. You have time to get in contact with us.
Yes, absolutely. So let's go on to the next portion of the book. Don't get more debt. I mean, that should be obvious. But, we've talked about how, getting into debt is a disease. But I want to say here, too, that people who cannot stop spending, that's an addiction.
That's an addiction.
It's also an addiction. And addictions are hard to break, too.
Absolutely.
So you have to realize, come to terms with what your problem is, And
own up to it.
And fix it. If you need to go into Shopaholics Anonymous or whatever, just do it. And I've seen some people that they not shop for clothing items, but they shop for tools. They just, I've seen guys that they just have to have the latest and greatest tool. So there's people have all kinds of vices. But the thing of it is, just stop it. Okay. Stop it and get help.
Right.
Okay. Let's go back to the book. And it says, live below your means. You can't spend more than you make. This is an elementary thing, but it's very hard for some people to conceptualize. You cannot spend more than you make. If you don't have it to pay, then you can't have it.
You can't have it.
If you can't afford it, you can't have it. And oftentimes we put what we want ahead of the things that we need to take care of that are more important. And that's paying off debt or saving money to be able to have a better future for ourselves. we start to sacrifice those things.
Yeah.
And it puts us in the position that we're in.
We really have to really adopt the concept of, wants versus needs.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
That's a major problem that I see is people just buy everything they want, and then you're still having to buy the things that you need.
And it's not room for everything.
It's not enough room for everything.
You don't have money for everything. And if you have debt, you get to push off the things that you want for right now. You don't.
Right.
You get to only take care of your needs until you get out of debt.
Right.
And then when you do get out of debt, you can't go back to buying everything you want.
That's right.
You still have to have some discipline.
Right. And that's called sacrifice. We just have to sacrifice, you guys.
We have to do that.
It's not never. It's just not right now.
It's just not right now. Okay. So
right.
let's go back to the book. I like that, Tony. Not never, just not right now.
Not right now.
Just like you tell your kids, baby, not right now.
Yeah. That doesn't mean no.
Later. Yeah. We'll be able to do it later, but
Absolutely.
not right now. Tell that to yourself. Put that on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. Put it right up there. Put it in the refrigerator. Put it in your car. Put it somewhere.
Right.
Not now.
Right. It's just
not never.
Not right now.
Just not right now. Okay. Wherever you have to put it. Put it in your wallet. When you open it, you see right there in your checkbook. Not now.
Right.
Not never.
Right.
Just not now.
Just not now.
And now could be a long time depending on your current situation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's go back to the book. Okay. Don't carry credit cards. Use cash. When not using credit, you'll cut down on your spending a lot. In some situations where you have to use a credit card, such as buying an airline ticket, make sure you pay off the purchase right away when you get the bill. You should cut up all your credit cards except for one or two convenience purposes. Cut them up. I didn't say cancel them. Cut them up.
Right.
Get them out of your life, out of your wallet, out of your face, out of your reach.
And that's a big deal. I like the way they said, pay it off each month, because a lot of times what I see a lot of people do is they use their credit cards to go shopping, especially women. We're very guilty of this. There's a sale and you go and you buy something that you've been wanting that's on sale, and then you don't pay it off right away. So did you really get it on sale?
No.
Because now the interest that you've paid.
That would be a no.
That would be a no.
You did not. You did not get it on sale. We said this before too.
Absolutely.
We be repeating ourselves, but you guys need to hear it over and over and over again. And we know that because, things haven't changed in the world. So as long as the world exists, we're alive. We're going to be talking about it. Sorry. Okay. So then, Tony.
It says spend more on necessities. Pay only what is necessary, like food, mortgage, insurance, and utilities. Cut out the unnecessary expenses like your cable TV and tech. We just talked about that. That's a big thing. That's an issue that I have as far as people having cable TV and they don't have any savings. Cable TV is very expensive.
It's a luxury.
Upwards $200.
It's a luxury too.
Really.
Yeah, most of us are not even at home.
No.
But you can get Netflix and pick what you want to see instead of having to pick what they want you to see. You guys, there's other options. Kodi TV,
so
Apple
many options
boxes,
available.
It's so many things. I tell you what, if you want to figure that stuff out, that's where you need to watch the Tech TV, Gary. What is it? Technocrats. Watch Technocrats here on the Spear, and man, they tell you all the latest and greatest stuff about what you can do to get cable out of your life. Just watch Technocrats.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now let's go back to the book. Okay. Make a list of all your debt. Clear smaller debt first. Mortgage prepayment. Start to pay them off one at a time. Pick the easy, low balance debt first. That's the snowball, and eliminate it. Like trimming bushes. Cut them down one by one. Trim the bushes. I love it. Trim the debt bushes in your life. Oh, we got all kind of little things we can. That's the lower balances are the low hanging fruit. And you notice when something's low and it's hanging in your face, it's a nuisance.
Yes, it is.
And you
just get rid of it. Yeah.
Hey, cut it down. Get it out. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
The lowest balances first.
Our producer said you got to cut it.
You got to. Hey, your balances are too high. Women, look, I can't even get it right.
She's trying to rap now.
Your balance is too high. You need to cut it. There we go. So whatever you relate to, you guys, listen, take action.
Right.
Okay. Especially if you got a little $200 balance laying.
Get rid of that.
Get rid of that.
Right.
Knock it off. That's one less thing you have to worry about. Okay. Going back to the book before we wrap up, Tony, mortgage prepayment.
Okay, mortgage prepayment. If you have a 30-year mortgage at 4.5% interest for $300,000, your monthly payment is about $1,520. if you put an additional $500 on these, you can pay your mortgage off in 18 years and 2 months. How incredible is that?
That's incredible.
That's incredible. You would eliminate 12 years of debt. So when you get a raise, instead of celebrating your success with a nicer car, use the extra cash to prepay your mortgage. You'll get out of debt sooner and live a worry-free life.
And you will also have an asset.
Yes, let me add to that too, that you can also do the biweekly payments. I personally take advantage of that, and I'm telling you that's an awesome way to cut down on the interest and the number of years that you will pay off your mortgage. Remember, we want you to increase your savings, not your lifestyle, because we have the money.
Yes.
But we always get the nicer things instead of putting it into our savings.
And we have no allocation for it.
No allocation
so
whatsoever.
allocate it if you want to. I mean, hey, what a greater feeling than to pay your mortgage off half the time.
That's what I'm fighting for.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
You know, hey, you guys, I mean, especially if you make the income, and a lot of people make the income. We're not saying sacrifice doing things that matter. We're saying this is disposable income that you can create. Again, workshop number 1, where we show you 26 ways to create money in your budget that you didn't even know you have because you haven't planned it out properly. So listen, we're going to continue on this on our next episode. We have some really exciting things we want to share with you to help you with this debt. But for today, that's pretty much it. That's all we have for you today.
We want you to spend less and save more.
We want you to spend less, save more, know what you owe, and know what you own. Okay? And so we'll see you next time. Same place, same time here on the Money Factor in the Spirit. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.